Yeah, we can go ahead. Don't want to be more late.
Yeah.
So I think these are here, Khalid, Faruddin, Tony at arms over here. Okay, we can start.
Okay. Good evening. Shall I start?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Mahmoud Al-Adraj, and I will be your sergeant and arm for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the second meeting of BITP Toastmasters Club. And before starting the meeting, I would like to mention three ground rules, which we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. As Toastmasters, we do not talk about religion and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking, and turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. With this, let me welcome our club president, Mr. Ahmed Blushi, to take the control and call the meeting into order. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahmoud. Thank you very much. Okay, as a president of Bahrain IT Professional Toastmaster Club, I want to call this meeting to order. So, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, good evening. I would like to welcome you on board with us today in this 54 meeting. 54th, yes? 54.
55.
Sorry, 55. 55 meeting. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this meeting. I would like to recognize any guests we have today, and I'm sure that we have a few guests over here. And I would like just to introduce them. I would like them to say something about themselves. I will start with Mr. Jalal, Toastmaster Jalal or DTM Jalal. You didn't put your title. Is it DTM?
I'm a new Toastmasters, nearly just under 2 years old. I joined Cairo Toastmasters.
Please go ahead. Please introduce yourself. I would like to know about you.
Yes, I'm from Egypt. I'm 17 years old. I'm 77, but my brain has stopped at 17.
That's good.
I went through a lot of failures in life, and it's thanks to my wife that I'm writing this book called Story of My Wife, because I owe her my life. And I did a song on several songs. One of them is on YouTube for her. At the age of 77, I taught, after being kicked out of many universities, I taught as a professor of practice at the American University in Integrated Marketing Communications. And I've won many awards, a lifetime achievement from the advertising industry. I also won 24 table topic. I don't know how I did that. I used my wife as the main subject, table topic awards. I thought I knew it all, but at the age of 77, I just recently, maybe around 6 months ago, joined something called the Arfin Khan Coach to a Fortune program. And it's a life-changing program. I got to know Arfin. I invited him to a big marketing conference at the Pyramids, and it's a life changer. At the age of 77, I didn't know what my personality was. I had no idea about N codes and E codes and baselines. It's a life-changing experience, and I'm learning, just starting to learn. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jalal. Thank you very much. It's inspiring, actually. I like such stories, especially when they are supported with family, wives, kids, and all these things. Yeah, this is something lovely. I already experienced that, and I really appreciate such experience. Thank you very much for sharing your experience with us, and welcome on board with us over here. Hoping that you will enjoy the night with us, inshallah.
Sure.
Toastmaster Malora. Malora, I cannot because I don't wear my glasses, so I cannot see the names properly. I apologize for this. Toastmaster Malora, am I right with the name?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Good evening,
Yeah.
everyone. Good
Thank
evening,
you. First of
President.
all, thank you very much for accepting taking the timer role. We appreciate this really. Thank you very much. And please, mic is yours. Express yourself.
Thank you, President, for the invitation for Mr. Mohammed. Thank you for inviting. And it's my pleasure to be the timer of the today's meeting. And hopefully, inshallah, I will ensure my role is to ensure that everything starts and stops at proper time. And it's my new journey with Toastmaster. I'm a graduate electrical engineer. I recently joined just a month back. I joined Toastmaster, and it's my journey, and every day it's learning experience for me. So I got an opportunity to join you guys as a timer to assist you and learn from you as well. Mr. Jalal, he already shared his experience. Soon I'm going to listen much more from you guys. So inshallah, it will be a fun evening today. Thank you. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Malora. Thank you very much. We are really happy that you are with us tonight, and we hope that you will enjoy your journey with Toastmaster. And again, I always say this for any new joiner to the Toastmaster: discipline and commitment is the key for your success, especially for the youth people like you. This is really the right place for you to start and to be professional in leadership. I always encourage the people. Doesn't matter. So don't worry. Even myself, I'm 55 years old or 54 years old. I am in the university. I just finished my first year. For the second time I entered it, and I'm finished my first year. So there is no limit for learning. There is no limit for knowledge. So thank you very much, Mr. Malora. Thank you very much. It's for youth, it's for mid-age, it's for the old age. Doesn't matter. As far as we breathe, we learn. Toastmaster Mohammed Munir. He's a good friend of us. He's the president. He's what you call it? He's the brotherhood. I'm the president. He's the president of the Sri Lankan Symposium Toastmaster.
Thank you.
I'd like to welcome
thank you.
On board and thank him for taking the role of table topic as well. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mohammed. Mike is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, President, for that warm welcome. And it is my pleasure and honor to be part of today's session and having a role to table topic master. Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, he called me and he was requesting, and I was very happy to accept that. And inshallah, we will have a good session as a table topic master. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sure about this. I don't have any doubt. I've seen the quality of your work, and I know that how professional you are. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. Abhijit Roy. I would like to welcome Mr. Abhijit Roy, Toastmaster or DTM, because I don't know if you have the DTM or the Toastmaster.
Yeah, DTM. He's DTM.
Thank you.
DTM,
thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ahmed, and thank you to the entire fraternity of BITP to give me this opportunity to be the general evaluator for today. Certainly, I'm not very sure whether how much of justice will I be doing to the role, because Toastmaster Vicar knows a little bit of secret of my role today. Just to keep it on the lighter side, as I said, the general evaluator normally would be the front end, the camera of the entire meeting, but I don't know, both my cameras, both my eyes are kind of going drowsy, and I'm not very sure whether how long will I be staying awake because of work and a lot of traveling involved this evening. I am keeping a little drowsy, but commitment to a Toastmaster is always a priority, and I'll keep my level best to be at the top to fulfill my role as a general evaluator for this evening, and let's see how it goes. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ahmed, and look forward for.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you very much, and we appreciate being with us tonight over here, participating in this meeting. Really, we appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you.
Toastmaster Faiza Takur. She's our accountant actually. I would love to see her if she can. Toastmaster Faiza, welcome with us tonight. Toastmaster Faiza, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, President Ahmed Al-Baluchi. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. Yes. It's my honor to be a part in Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club. I feel a little odd, like I can say a odd man out or an odd woman out in these IT professional group, but I'm really interested, like excited instead, I should say very much excited to be a part of this, meeting. Being an educator and surrounded with all IT professional, it could be nothing as challenging as this. So let me take this role with full enthusiasm and all the very best. Over to you, President, and all the members of Bahrain IT Professional Club for inviting and having a diversity in your club. Like, I could see some of the members from Egypt, and I'm sure there will be a lot of variation and in your speeches also. So over to you, President.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Faiza. It was really very cool. It's a combination. It's an international, as we say, that everybody's over here from everywhere of the world, especially after the pandemic. The things went online. Now this encouraged everyone that doesn't matter that you where do you stay. You can participate. You can subscribe in one of the Toastmaster Club and become one of the leaders, or if you are a leader, you can enhance your skills and all the talents that you have. It's something that people, they think that they are good in it, but at the end of the day, I believe that anything can be enhanced. Anything can be better if you just grow it with learning curves and all these things. Anyway, let me. I remember one thing from my experience, that the knowledge is the most precious thing in this life, and I think nobody deny this. Everybody agree with me. Now, the knowledge does not come by itself. Yeah, if I tell you that this cube come and you can see it, this cube. Yeah, maybe because of the virtual. You know this, no? Yeah. So this cube, it's something that you need to use your mind to solve it. Yeah. But do you think that most of the smart people, they can solve it? Most of the people that I met who solved this, they solved it by practice. Even the computer nowadays, the computer can do it for you, and they do it by counting the steps. See, it is all about planning. Now the planning is about the mind, and the mind. When I say a mind, I'm talking about the mindset. If people they have a narrow mindset, there is no stupid in this world. There's no. I don't believe in that. There's a person that he cannot understand or he do not know exactly what to do. But it's about you. If you are disciplined and committed to something, yeah. If your mind is stuck somewhere, then upgrade your mind. Don't wish for it. Don't think that I wish I have this. No, work for it. Work hard for it. Get it. Goals cannot be achieved without discipline, without commitment. You have to give from your time. You have to spend some efforts. This is how we meet our goals. What is pain today, it will be a pride tomorrow. This is what I learned. This is what I learned it the hard way, actually. I had to go through a tough time. I have to work after my school to support my family. And then I have to do special certification study as well for my work to step my career one or two and three steps. When I was failing, as I said, I don't know how to do it, where to do it. I'm talking about 20, 25 years back. Failure is not falling. I learned something. Failure is not falling down, but it's refusing to get up. This is what failure comes from. And I remember one thing, I always say it, it's for the great actor, Denzel Washington. I love this guy. He said in one of his speech in front of a university, if you want to fall down forward. Never fall down backward. Why? Because once you forward backward, then you are taking steps back. But when you fall down forward, you stand up and you continue your path from where that you fell down. This is how he analyzed it. And it's a strategy actually. The pain that you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow. You agree with me on this, yeah? Now, also, if you remember, I have this, I put it somewhere, I just read it for you. Give me just 2 minutes to read it for you. It's about the change that you thoughts, it's just about the change that you thoughts, how to change your life, yeah? If you remember the Rocky movie for the great star, Sylvester Stallone, I think it's the fifth, part 5. He said to his son, in one of the places, his son, he was so desperate and he said, why you are interfering in my life? Okay, he told him, let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean, nasty place for you. And it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. And I love that. Really, I love that. This is always about moving forward. It's always. This life, it's like whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are always right. You know why? Because you are your only limit. Leadership is a talent with a mindset and not a gift. That, I know that I took some more time, but I wanted to pass a message. This message is very important for our club members, for others. If this is recorded, we'll go to the YouTube. That as far we learned it the hard way, the new generation, they need to take this advantage of these people, the experience that they have. And by that, I would like to welcome our hero for today, the person who will take the lead of the speeches, or he will show for us Toastmaster Tawfiq Abdul Qadir. He's graduated in computer systems in 2001 from UBC, Vancouver, Canada. He's holding an MBA in international business and marketing in 2009, working as a sales manager in a group of AirTech located at Hadis in Bahrain. The recent hallmark was to have all COVID ICUs set up in Bahrain with stringent time limit. So I will not go because he has a brilliant CV, and I'm sure that, and I saw his quality of his work. He's a brilliant person. He when he commits himself to something, then he gives his full energy to it, and he delivers it. Thank you very much for everything that he has done before, and he will be doing in the future. And with that, I would like to give the mic to our Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Tawfiq. Mic is yours, my friend.
Thank you, President, for that. Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. Thank you, Mr. President Ahmed Al-Baluchi, for that wonderful introduction. To my fellow Toastmasters and guests. As Toastmaster of the day, it is my responsibility to introduce the speakers who are going to take the podium and speak virtually. After the speeches have concluded, I will ask for the timer's report, ask all of you who are members as well as guests to please cast your vote in the ballots and pass it on to our vote counter. I will also introduce the general evaluator, ask the counter for the report, ask the grammarian for the report, and finally, we'll pass it on to the president to conclude the meeting and announce the results. First and foremost, to support me in today's event, let me welcome the timer, Toastmaster Viqaruddin Malura, if I may pronounce correctly, Viqaruddin Malura, who is member of ASSP Toastmaster Club in Kuwait, security and safety engineer, of course, working in Kuwait, our neighboring country. Welcome on board, sir. So would you give the timing criteria now?
Hello and good evening once again, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. It's my pleasure to be the timer of today's meeting. As we all know, the time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. So today my role is to keep an eye on the time consumed by each speaker and to ensure that the meeting starts and ends on time. Every segment of this meeting is timed, so I request all the speakers and role players to adhere to the timings as mentioned in the agenda. As a timer, I shall remind the speaker about the time consumed by them during their speeches by displaying the three colors, which will be there in my background: green, yellow, and red. I shall record the time duration of each speaker and also report whenever I'll be asked by the Toastmaster of the day or general evaluator. To assist you in identifying the timer, I have kept my background as a timer. I have kept a timer image in my background. So the background will change to green, yellow, and red during the speeches so that the person who is speaking can identify the time he has consumed. For the best result, I recommend you to use the pin video option or gallery view option on your Zoom app so the timer window is always visible. Please note the speaking time as mentioned in the agenda. For the prepared speeches, the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I'll be displaying green color in my background. At 6 minutes, the color will change to yellow, and at 7 minutes, the color will change to red. For the other prepared speech, which is 18 to 22 minutes, at 18 minutes, I'll be displaying green color in my background. At 20 minutes, the color will change to yellow, and at 22 minutes, the color will change to red. For table topic sessions, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. So at the end of 1 minute, the green color will be displaying in my background. And at 1 minute, 30 seconds, the color will change to yellow. And at 2 minutes, the color will change to red. For evaluation segment, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. Hence, at the end of the 2 minutes, the green color will be displayed in my background. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, the color will change to yellow. And at 3 minutes, the color will change to red. Please note that in all the segments, after getting the red signal, a speaker gets only 30 seconds as a grace period to complete their speeches. A speaker who speaks less than minimum qualifying time or more than the maximum qualifying time will be disqualified and from the participating in nomination for the best speaker or evaluator. I wish you all the very best and very good luck. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viqaruddin Malura, for that. Now, the important segment. Oops, I don't need to pronounce it wrong because grammarian is watching me. And who's that grammarian for today? We have Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin. So what is the word of the day, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin?
Thank you, TM Toastmaster Tawfiq, for my brief introduction. Hello, Toastmasters and guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take a note any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is my duty to introduce word of the day. So for today's meeting, the word of the day is responses, which means a verbal or written answer, a reaction to something. An example of using this word, I will give swift response from our club members. She responds instant message through WhatsApp. So each speaker I encourage to use word of the day. I will give the grammar report when called upon during the meeting and also report the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, and back to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vicar, for a lovely response on the grammarian section. This is what we like to hear, the response. Now, another person, a very responsible person who's going to evaluate all of us. Oh, you know it, right? The R counter. And who better than Toastmaster Faiza Thakur, an educator for 15 years and a mother of 2, a Toastmaster for 3 years and president of SIMS Toastmaster Club Kuwait, represented division of H in humorous speech category at DTAC 2021. So please welcome the R counter Toastmaster Faiza Thakur.
Thank you so much, TMOD. And to give you a quick response, the purpose of my role today, being an R counter, I'll be making a note of overused words or filler sounds used.
You are muted, Toastmaster Faiza.
I'm sorry. The purpose of being an R counter, I'll be making a note of any overused words or sounds, or it could be crutch words by any speakers in the meeting. The words can be, well, you see, you know, but, and sounds like So make sure that you do not use such crutch words and beware of your sounds. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Faiza, for the lovely introduction of your job, which is the R counter. You know it, I know it, and so as everybody does know. Next, I would like to introduce somebody who has been tired, he says, but of course he's watching us from far across, but still yet near, do virtually. A business development manager by profession, corporate experience of 12 years in the oil and gas industry, Toastmaster for 3 years, an ardent photographer and traveler. He's our general evaluator, DTM Abhijit Roy. Over to you, DTM Abhijit Roy.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tafiq. And I think that was the best way to keep everyone glued to the screen and be alive and not be sleepy. That was a mysterious way of playing the magic, or hounding each one of you so that everyone stays alive, nobody sleeps, and it also makes me not feel sleep. And that is exactly the role of the general evaluator going to be. Today, as my role, I would be keeping my eyes open for the entire duration of the meeting and not be closing my eyes and not be evaluating. But as a role of the general evaluator, as it says, it is a CCTV camera which keeps an eye on the entire course of the meeting. And towards the end, I'm going to present my report as how the meeting went, which are the areas where probably the meeting and the role players can do better in the future meetings to come, and where are the scopes of improvement. That's going to be the role of general evaluator. I will come up and present my report along with my team of speech evaluators and tag team. Over to you, Toastmaster Taufeeq.
Thank you, G, for the lovely introduction to the audience and to the members. Of course, now I have to keep my eyes open as well, not to sleep. Next, we have an education session, and this is for member orientation. So to help me on this, my colleague who's been my YLP coordinator and who's been very popular worldwide in Leaders Worldwide Toastmasters Club, where he's heading the VP Education, as well as in BITP, he's heading VP Education, and he's a member of many of the clubs that he wants to be as a ghost, which is not a ghost. He always goes and keeps popping on the screen as he does now. He is my very good friend, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin.
Thank you, TM Modi, for my brief introduction. As always, you are giving my introduction. I am feeling very happy. As this session, I am doing it. This is our second time, session 2, which is required member orientation. Now I will just go for the highlight because this is a second session, end of the session, how to utilize our roles. So our goal already I have set agenda before. Your goals, club meeting roles, Toastmaster pathway learning, experience, mentoring, leadership opportunity, next steps, member support, expectation. This is about for the new member who join newly, for them to be understand. Even those who already experienced member, they can also enjoy for today's session. This, what are your goals? Whenever you join as a Toastmaster, you should have to set your goals. You want to become a communicator or a leadership. This already session is over, just I am going as a brief. If you want to see my previous session, we have our YouTube channel. So how we can support you, like Toastmaster Ahmed Baluchi and our leadership always support new members, whoever is coming, assigning a mentor and taking their roles. The club meeting, normally you can see today we have Toastmaster, which is TM Modi, and grammarian, counter, timer, table topic speaker, which is Toastmaster Munir will encourage other members to join. Topic master, he is the one. And speaker, you can see we have two speakers, which is Toastmaster Anis, Toastmaster Riaz. And the evaluator also, we have two evaluator. One is Toastmaster Ahmed Baluchi and Toastmaster, our champion evaluator, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, and general evaluator, you can see our DTM Abhijit Roy. So this role already I have mentioned as a Toastmaster, what you will improve if you become a Toastmaster like Toastmaster Tawfiq. I highlight only the main points. You can make practice planning, organization, time management, facilitation, motivation, and team building management. As a grammarian, I have taken this role as a grammarian, and what I will focus on this one include planning, evaluation, interpersonal communication, like how you are talking and how I am talking. So I am trying to interact and I will give my report, and public speaker. So I am also learning. I get a lot of benefit become as a grammarian. Our counter, now we have today Toastmaster Faiza. So what you will gain if you take as a counter role, so you will be like a active listening. You're listening and she's catching my word where I am saying something and as she mentioned. So this is about the counter role. And evaluation also is very nice because you will identify the person who is having lots of and ums. If identify, so you can improve from here, and effective feedback. Timer, you will right now we can see Toastmaster Fakhruddin, who is using as a time management. What you will gain as a timer, you will use organization, time management, active listening again, because you're listening when it is finishing, when it's closing. I am going very fast because already it is done, just I am briefing on this. And you will learn also leadership as a timer. Table topic speaker, which is normally table topic master will give. As I'm a participant, I am the speaker. What I will get, the knowledge, if I will participate here, I will get impromptu speeches and time management to organize a speech within 2 minutes time. Now the topic master, which is we have experienced Toastmaster Munir. So what you will gain if you are a topic master, you will get a leadership, planning, time management, and motivation. These are the main role. Now we're coming back to our session, the speaker. So normally speaker means you have to convey your message. Mostly in Toastmaster, the speaker means you have to give your inspiration, motivation, some message, your personal story. People will not remember the names. They remember only the story. So when you say a story, people will recall. I remember the story which one of the Toastmasters has mentioned. If I want to remember, one of our Leaders Worldwide president. She mentioned, she knows I will forget later. So she said, I will tell you one story. One story like that. In United States, if you want to finish your school graduation, they will give you a party. So that time, a person they nominate as a king, promo king. So that means they will dance each other. If you can Google it, it's a nice word, people enjoying with the promo king. So this is what you will get as a speaker. You use your language, and I can see green signal is mentioned. As evaluator, I can see here timer I am seeing, so I'm managing time. I'm going fast because I was having enough time. I want to take time, but now I will go forward. So as evaluator, here we have a champion speakers, Toastmaster Ahmed Baluchi and Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, who will make what you will gain if you are evaluator. You will be practicing listening, because what speaker says, they are listening. And critical thinking, how to improve. If I say I want to improve my communication, I want to improve some area of gesture, I want to improve something, so they will focus and give the evaluation. So they are becoming critical thinker and providing feedback and motivation. The purpose of evaluation is only motivate, not to degrade. General evaluator, we have here DTM Abhijit Roy. So what you will gain if you take as a role as a general evaluator. So general evaluator, you practice again is a critical thinking. As he mentioned, he said he's sleepy, now he's waked up. So he's focusing on our meeting, how he can give the critical thinking. So what you will gain in this role, you will get a time management, motivation, and team building. Like from start till the end, he will watch. If something is missing or something is not follow as a best practice, he will give as a recommendation. He will motivates, not to degrade. So he will give you encouragement to do better, not how we are following and how we have to do it. So time is not allowing. So I will conclude my speech. As I have mentioned, again, I have to come back for the third session 3. So I will continue about the journey, how you have to become as a Toastmaster, as a new. So with that, I have shown you how to use all the role players. And in the coming session, I will give you about more orientation program. Thank you, and back to you, Master of Ceremonies. Our PMOD responses are very nice responses. Thank you. Back to you. Our PMOD camera disappeared.
I think he's on mute also.
Yes, he's back.
Sorry, you got disconnected there. I guess your speech was so good and tempting that the computer went to sleep. So can I continue?
Yes, continue.
Thank you. Before I evaluate our first speaker, let me introduce the evaluator who will be evaluating the speaker number 1. The evaluator is a senior management professional who handles project and program management, a seasoned IT professional with decade of years of experience. Last session, we got to hear his personal story, but this time he's going to evaluate somebody else with his personal story. So let me give a warm welcome and please applause along with me, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, who will be evaluating speaker number 1, Toastmaster Shakil.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the wonderful introduction. When I hear all this decade, sometimes I feel great, sometimes I feel old, but all are wise, old are wise. Today, our speaker, Shakil Sheikh, he is delivering his project 1 from level 1 from presentation mastery. The purpose of the speech for the member is to deliver speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback in his next speech. So he's already into the arena saying that, is there any problem? So there is no problem. We are all here to listen to his speech. I wish my speaker all the best. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gangadhar. The speaker that I have today, he's a passionate cybersecurity professional, currently serving as Head of Information Security in Ahli United Bank. A proud father of a daughter who is studying medicine. He has deep interest in spirituality. He likes reading books and traveling. Please give a big round of applause and a warm welcome to Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, all. Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible? Is it clear?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I am in a big problem. The problem is too big. I cannot explain. It is too difficult for me to explain. I don't know how I'm going to solve it. We all hear this frequently, don't we? We all face problems. Is there anyone here who has never faced a problem? I'm sure no hands will be raised. We all have faced problems sometime or the other in our life. We all are studied and we did so many things, work in life. We all face problems. There are always problems in our life. Why are there problems? What are they doing? It seems there is a mystery behind problems. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, today I will try to explain the mystery behind the problems. Problems are an integral part of life. As a child, we have small little problems, or maybe no problems, not much problems. As we grow older, the problems get bigger. And interestingly, the problems that we face in life also get bigger, as well as the problems that we have to solve in our studies also get bigger. The problems in our studies, they made me curious. Sometimes I used to get curious about the problems in the exams. Why do they give so many problems in the exams? Why can't they give simple problems where you put in formulas and values and get the answers? I studied engineering. Those who studied engineering will know about the problems they ask in engineering mathematics and applied mechanics. The scariest subject for most of the first year students was applied mechanics. Students' hearts used to beat faster upon seeing the applied mechanics exam paper than it does when they meet girls. While we used to wrestle with the problems, tricky problems in applied mechanics, one of our classmates, he used to solve them calmly. He used to be cool in applied mechanics and he used to do it comfortably. I was fascinated by him. We were struggling, juggling, and battling with the problems, and we were blaming the creators of the applied mechanics, while he used to be cool and solve them calmly. So one day, I went to him and asked him, buddy, we are all struggling here, and it seems you are cool. You are solving most of the problems. What is the secret? And he replied to me with the same coolness. My friend, problems are not problems. They are challenges. For a moment, I could not understand. Do you remember in your life when someone, your friend or your siblings challenge you to do something which is slightly difficult for you to do? You take that challenge, you work upon it, you do it, and you prove yourself and them that you can do it. My friends, that is what happens when you rename a problem as a challenge. Problems are not problems. Problems are simply challenges. Challenges help us grow. Challenges give us the opportunity to show our capability. Challenges are the problems thrown by the world, giving us the opportunity to show what we are capable of doing, what we are capable to do. When you take a challenge, you are more likely to look for a solution to solve that problem or look for resources to deal with that problem. When you call a problem as a problem, it looks like a stumbling block. It looks like something is going to stop you. But when you call a problem as a challenge, now its look is totally different. When you call a problem as a big problem, it looks very difficult and very hard to solve. But the moment you call the problem as a challenge, now the size does not matter, because challenges are meant to show us what we are capable of doing. Challenges are meant to show what is the hidden capability that we have that we did not explore before. So this is one example I have given you. It is rightly said by Captain Jack Sparrow that there is no problem with the real problem. The problem is in our attitude about our problem. And what I would like to say, a message that in life, we have to take challenges. And life is about taking the challenges, working on them, and becoming successful. The key to life is accepting the challenge, overcoming it. If we don't accept the challenge, there is no life. And with this, I'll conclude. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shakir. Now I understand I have a problem. That's the internet problem. Because when you have the pandemic, you have a virtual era of internet. And when you have a peak of internet, then you have an internet problem. And as explained by our president today, our team, we change our lives if we change our reactions. So I had to switch off my video to get out of my reaction and make sure that I come back on spotlight. Next, I would like to call upon our president, Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Baluchi, who would be evaluating speaker number 2, Anisur Rahman. So over to you, President.
Okay. I believe that, fellow Toastmaster, dear guests, good evening again. I believe that Toastmaster Anisur Rahman, he will be doing the same thing, evaluation and feedback speech, which I think my colleague Toastmaster Gadar Rao, he already said the objectives, which is the purpose of this project is for the member to present speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback on the second speech. So I wish Toastmaster Anisur Rahman all the best, inshallah, in his speech, and I'm sure he can do a great job over there. So make a world of difference, make our life difference. I know that your response will be doing a great job over here. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, President, for that evaluation that you're going to take over. Before I welcome our second speaker, let me introduce, he's a champion. When I mean champion, he's a cloud champion, assisting clients with digital transformation. His title today is Get Out of Your Comfort Zone. Toastmaster Anis, over to you with your title, Get Out of Your Comfort Zone. All the very best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tawfiq. Thank you, distinguished members, Toastmasters, guest. I hope I am audible and also visible.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Right. So before I start, let me just give a background. I am very much fond of the James Bond and movies and ding, 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 ding. My name is Anisur Rahman and I'm on a mission. My mission is to get out of the comfort zone. John C. Maxwell said, to succeed in life, you must stay within your strength zone, but continually move out of your comfort zone. Now, we all have heard the saying, get out of the comfort zone. But what does it mean? Well, in an easy phrase, I would say, stop throwing around. But friends, sometimes advice is quite easy to give, but the response to the advice is very hard to take. Don't you agree with it? Today, let us discuss what exactly is comfort zone and how to expand it to achieve success. First, let us understand what is comfort zone. Now, comfort zone is a place where you feel cozy, comfy, and easy, where he or she is not at all challenged. It is also a zone where we do not need to do anything different. In simple terms, comfort zone can be defined as a place where you are in total control of your surroundings, doing exactly what you're qualified to do, and most importantly, you are hesitant to make changes in the zone. Let us discuss why one needs to come out of this comfort zone and respond it immediately. Without risk, we never discover our true self. If you're afraid to take any risk and do something new that scares us, we can never understand who we truly are. Number two, you do not learn much in the comfort zone. When we learn more about ourselves on the road less traveled, we experience things which we would have never learned when we are within our comfort zone. We may never come out of ideas. We may never come out of something creative when you're in the comfort zone. Next, we may postpone our goals. Life is full of goals, and it is very important for each and every one of us to understand that you set goals and you strive to achieve them. When difficulties occur, it is quite easy to go back to the routine. But however, it is always necessary. You postponing now would become more difficult in the later stage. Staying in the comfort zone would put you in a back seat and you might even miss your goal. Next, routine job is what makes comfort. Routine is part of our day-to-day activity. It may be useful to satisfy our current need and our current desire, ego, I would say. But routine also makes us lazy. It will actually make you lose your ability to open up for new challenges as they arise. Finally, not the least, you become the very person who loses uniqueness. Each and every person is unique. Response in life is higher when you constantly learn and keep growing. Staying in comfort zone vanishes all this uniqueness among an individual. Now we have understood what is comfort zone, why exactly you have to come out of it. Now let us understand how we can come out of the comfort zone. Always have a solid plan. Irrespective of what your goal is. Simple, crazy, naive, doesn't matter. Have a solid plan. Your solid plan will help you achieve your goals. take accountability. When you take accountability, you are also responsible. Accountability keeps you on your feet. You are always ready to go. So make sure you are accountable and you are focused. Next thing is take baby steps. There's a Chinese proverb which says, the journey to 1,000 miles begins with simple steps. Well, make sure you take your first step, which could be a baby step, but this is towards your goal. Always be aggressive in challenging your comfort zone. You're not comfortable as long as you are challenging your comfort zone. Having aggressiveness ensures you keep learning, you keep growing, and you always want to achieve more. Aggressiveness keeps you always ahead of everyone else. And last but not the least, always stay positive and expand your comfort zone. Pandemic. Tomorrow you could have financial crunch. You could have any other activity or any other event that could actually disrupt your goal. Stay positive. Always stay positive. Lead an example. Be an example. Your positivity is what makes you grow, what inspires you. So friends, now we have discussed and understood the importance of getting out of the comfort zone. Are you ready today to come out of the comfort zone? I am. And inshallah, I will do it. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anis. Well, first was a problem. And second was to get out of comfort zone. First was a problem. Second was to get out of the comfort zone. Now, how do you get out of the comfort zone? Is to get responses. And how to get those responses is someone here to attain that today. My heart is already pumping. You know why? Because Table Topics Master is the next round that we are going to have.
Excuse me, Toastmaster of the day, just to confirm, the speaker 2, as per agenda, was supposed to take 18 to 22 minutes. Am I wrong, or is the...
No, it's correct. It's correct. 5 to 7 minutes.
No, he's saying 18 to 22 minutes.
Yeah, sorry for that.
It was mentioned 18 to 22 minutes.
Yeah, sorry. I think 5 to 7 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
It was a mistake. We can move on. It was a mistake that they didn't remove the timing. They didn't correct the time. We apologize for that.
I would like to introduce an IT professional who has his own business.
Sorry to interrupt you, TM. We need to make poll. Can you make the best speaker?
You can put in the chat, Toastmaster Viqar.
Yeah, already I put it. So can you inform them to vote for a best speaker?
Okay, please cast your vote at your convenience for best speaker. He's the current president of SLCS, an IT professional and entrepreneur, and winner of many table topics. So now I would like to welcome Toastmaster Munir, who's our table topics master. Toastmaster Munir, table topics master, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. Good evening to you all. I am going to be your table topic master. Let me begin with the purpose of the topics is to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speeches. I will introduce a topic and call on speaker who might have not taken any role in today's meeting. So that gives a cautious for people who is not taken up any assignment. I will be calling you to deliver a speech within the allotted 1 to 2 minutes time. I'm sure all of you understand that. And let me get on to the topics. Before I pronounce my first topic, let me identify a speaker who is going to try and deliver table topic for my first topic. I call upon one of the guests, Toastmaster Galal Zaki. Sir, are you ready?
Thank you, Table Topic Master Munir. I'm preparing my response, sir.
As you said, you will always remember your wife. I'm sure you can do the same. Toastmaster Galal, your topic is change can come into our lives as a result of a crisis, choice, or chance. Brief of your recent change of your life. Let me repeat the topic again. Change can come into our lives as a result of choice, crisis, or chance. Brief of your recent change of your life. Toastmaster Galal Zaki.
Thank you. This response is going to be very difficult. Change comes as a response to crisis, choice, and chance. The crisis, the best mistake I made in my life was getting married. That was a tremendous change that I will never forget. I'm writing the book, Story of My Wife, because I owe her my life. Choice, it wasn't my choice, it was hers. All I was interested in was telling jokes to attract girls, and she was a bombshell when she came to university, and we didn't have social media at the time. And the three fastest ways of spreading news were telephone, telegram, and telegirl. So I went to her best friend. I said, I'm madly in love with your friend, but please don't tell her. Chance, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I never applied for a job. I got kicked out of many universities, but before going to university, I used to tell jokes to attract girls and put on a British accent. And they said, Galal, come and work at the radio. Told more jokes to attract more girls and put on a British accent. They said, come and work at the Gazette, the newspaper. So I never applied for a job. And my response makes me think about my wife's response. When I ask her, Fadia, can you do me a favor? Even before asking what that favor is going to be, she says no. She can read me before I can say anything. That's her response towards me. But I think that I'm the luckiest guy in the world. And with regards to change, I have, by the way, Sri Lanka, I made a commercial with Dilma, Meryl Fernando. And again, it was just a matter of telling jokes. And that's how I got in with Meryl Fernando to promote Dilma tea. Anyway, I love Toastmasters because it puts me in a way that I have to respond quickly. Thank you. Back to you, Viqaruddin.
Can you unmute, sir?
Thank you, Toastmaster Galal Zaki. It is giving our old memories back. Thank you for reminding. Let me call upon the second speaker, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham. Is he here?
No, he's not here in the meeting.
He's not here. Let me call upon distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal. Is he?
Yes, sir. Cannot run away from you.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate. Here.
I'm running away from my wife to join the Toastmaster meeting, so I cannot run away from Table Topic Master.
Thank you, DTM Khalid. Here your topic is When we were children, we would daydream all the time. We were skilled at dreaming and visualizing what we would be when we grew up. I repeat, when we were children, we would daydream all the time. We were skilled at dreaming and visualizing what we would be when we grew up. Brief of your dream and success. DTM, Khalid Jalal. Screen is yours, sir.
Everyone, table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and our guests in this meeting today, a very good evening to you all, and welcome to this meeting today. Dream is something, if you wish or you don't wish, you still dream. The difference between dream and getting married is in dream you have no option, in marriage at least you have one party's option. Our colleague just mentioned. Every child has some dreams. They want to become like their parents, their brothers, their friends, or a superstar hero or a cartoonist. I had dreams of different types always. I never had a dream that I want to become a doctor. I never had a dream that I want to become a scientist. I never had a dream that I want to become an IT professional. My dream was always fear and fear and fear. And that fear was the way our education system was in the school in those days. Everything you have to memorize, memorize, and memorize. And I'm very, very, very bad in memorizing things. There are certain things I can memorize, but those are secrets I don't want to discuss in this meeting. But I'm really bad in memorizing things still today. If I understand the logic, if I understand the process, that's all I want, and I can continue and do anything I want from that point onwards. So my biggest dream was how to come out of the fear of studies and passing the exams. Somehow I managed to pass all my exams without any failure, but that fear left with me even till I graduated from and completed my master's degree. I used to wake up from my dream thinking I'm failing the exam. And then I realized I'm no more a kid. I'm already married. My wife is next to me at that age, and I have my children, and I have already become a master's in computer science. But those dreams were bothering me always. Luckily, since past few years, I'm not having those dreams after seeing my white hair, but dreams are dreams. You have no control. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, DTM Khalid Jalal. Let me call upon my third speaker for today, Toastmaster Mahmoud Al-Adraj. Are you ready?
Yes.
Sergeant
Yes.
at Arms. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
Finally,
sir.
he's on camera.
Catch me.
Finally.
Okay. Toastmaster Mahmoud, this is your topic. Regrets will only hold you back in life. If you spend all your time thinking about the past, you will miss the present and the future. Let me pronounce again. Regrets will only hold you back in life. If you spend all your time thinking of the past, you will miss the present and future. Brief of your experience on the same. Toastmaster Mahmoud.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Munir. You need to count that first. In my opinion, I believe that looking at the present and the future is something that I'm always looking at, and thinking about the past is only to learn about the current and the future, rather than crying about the past. The past will never come back again, and looking at the future is what we are looking, or what I'm looking at, in fact. And this is something that we all need to learn about, in fact. And I have no more things to say or to think about at this time. You shocked me. Back to you, TM Mohammed Munir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahmoud. Yes, it is correct. All of us, we should not ever think of the past and waste our time. Let's take those past as a learning curves or stepping stones. Then your future will be present and the future will be brighter. Timer, do I have time to pick up one more table topic presenter? Timer, can I go with one more? Timer, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Let's say yes.
Can I go ahead with one?
You can take only one.
Okay.
Yeah, one more can be taken.
Done. Thank you. Thank you, Timer. Let me call upon Toastmaster Faiza Thakur. She is here. Toastmaster Faiza Thakur. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Let me read your topic. It's easy to ignore our fears and hope that they will go away. Unfortunately, it does not work like that. Let me repeat. It is easy to ignore our fears and hope that they will go away. Unfortunately, it does not work like that. Brief of your recent experience on the same. Over to you.
It's easy to ignore our fears and hope that it doesn't exist anymore. But unfortunately, it doesn't exist. It doesn't happen like that. Yes, I do agree with it. Whatever problems we have in life, we feel like, it should have not been, or why it is with me, why not someone else, why only I am being tested in life. And it happens with every one of us. Like, I would agree with our first speaker, Toastmaster Shakil. Like, whenever we have problems, why not take it as a challenge? Take it as a challenge and accept the way it goes, instead of just, thinking of the negative part of it. Why me, or why not someone else, or see someone else's life and be fascinated with their life. Instead of that, whatever challenge we are facing, why not take it in a term that, yes, I can do it. So what if it is me? God feels, Almighty feels that I am the best to deal it, and I will deal it with my best of abilities. So whenever I feel I am stuck in life, or I can't move any further, I take a pause, I take a deep breath, I try to find the answers first within myself, then I try to take help from others. Taking help or asking for help is something we should all do. We should try out. When we speak to others, we hear from them, we feel our problems are much more less compared to the problems we see around the world. So with this, over to you, Table topic master, it was a very nice topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Faiza. Exactly what you said is correct. We should not hide ourselves behind the fears. We should always face it. And like our president gave his speech and said that you should break the wall and go front. Plan yourself and go front. So this is what we should do. And also thank you for reminding the first speaker, Toastmaster Shakil's that quote, problems are not problem, those are challenges. Very well said. Thank you. Thank you for all the table topic masters, the speakers' responses. Excellent responses. All of you, I love you all. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Table Topics Master. It was a wonderful topics that we got, and thank you all the guests as well as the Table Topics speakers who took the challenge and gave their responses in a pretty safe of time, and including managing the time. So I really appreciate and admire all the good work. That's the best thing to happen is the session, and that can happen only with the good of the office, and the office is led by our president, who is President Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Baluchi. With the team that he has put on session today, we change our lives if we change our reactions. So over to you, sir, for the business session.
Thank you very much, and good evening again. Thank you very much. I don't think we have much to say. I think the treasurer tonight is not with us. He apologized to attend today because he was traveling. So we will go directly to the secretary, Toastmaster Anis Rahman. Toastmaster Anis.
Toastmaster President Ahmad.
Yes, can you just give me your report or just say about the meeting minutes of the previous meeting, what we agreed on and what we have, any plans or anything, just for the rest of the team to understand and know where we are standing.
I'll have to regret, but unfortunately, I'm not at previous minute, but I was for this event.
I cannot hear you properly, Toastmaster Anis.
No, what I said, Mr. President, was like the previous meeting I have skipped out. So unfortunately, I don't have it with me. So inshallah, from next week, I'll ensure that I have all the information with you.
Okay, you need to make sure that from this meeting that you are collecting the information, and whatever we agree on, we have discussed it in the next meeting, inshallah.
Absolutely, inshallah, I'll do that.
Thank you very much. Now I'll go for the Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Tawfiq. If you please give me your report, what we have achieved, what you have done. I know that you have done lots of things. You are doing an incredible job actually outside there. And I know that those achievements need to be addressed over here tonight.
We have had a good youth leadership. First of all, thank you for the opportunity, President. We had a good YLP session going on, and we have a lot of good responses, and it's been a lot of mentors involved, one of them being here as well. So thank you very much for all the cooperation and all the good news that we are making as BITP. So we also have our Facebook now. So the member of guests would request, please have your responses on our Facebook page. It's BITP TMC. We'll share up in the chat as well. So please do like that and come forward and like our social media page. We are also planning a speech craft session with the permission of President when we have a separate business session of XCOM. So keep in touch with our social media updates, and we'll keep posting on that. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tawfiq. I know that we are doing lots of things over here, and Toastmaster Tawfiq with Toastmaster Viqaruddin, they are following up on a YLP program, Youth Leadership Program. Also, we are planning now for a speech craft as well under BITP Club. We will call for an XCOM meeting to discuss the details and to agree on the information or whatever is required to launch it, and how it will be launched and when it will be launched, and what is the process and procedure this program, inshallah. After this meeting, we'll agree on a date to meet as ExCom to discuss the details. Now, I would like to call the Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Shakil, to give his report about the membership.
Thank you, President Ahmed. We don't have any new members now joining, but what I did was I contacted all those members who are not attending frequently. Some of the members, I don't want to give the names, so some of the members told me they have other priorities, they are working on it, and they will get time, and they will also continue. They found, yes, benefits from the BITP and the sessions they are doing. So they want to continue the membership. Some members actually did not even took my call, did not respond to my messages. I will try them again, but I don't want to look quite more pushy. I will continue that, and I will try to maintain the membership and also look for more members. Parallelly, we actually have plans that we will approach the some of the parents of the YLP youngsters, and then we will ask them to join as guests and show them how it can benefit, and inshallah they can become members. And also in our other public meetings, we will publicize about BITP. That's also in plan. And inshallah, we will try to bring in more guests from others and try to contact in various WhatsApp groups I have and others have as well. And I will also request somebody from the team as well to be participating with me as a membership to form a team and committee so we can do more activities, inshallah.
Okay, thank you very much. I would kindly ask you to continue contacting the current members. If you need any help, yeah, let me know for the people who are not picking up the call. So let me try to contact them. I'll contact them with you also. But I need to focus on also for the outside, for the outsiders, for those who are, they were on social media. You can work with Toastmaster Tawfiq and Viqaruddin, prepare some flyers, post it on the social media with some nice message saying the benefits of the Toastmaster. I sent today a message. You can utilize part of it and customize it as per, as per your requirement or as per what you see is best for you. And with the other teams, I believe Toastmaster Viqaruddin and Tawfiq, they will not object that they will work with you on this. So this is very important. It's very important that number one, we not only to increase the number of the members. Now I want to increase the numbers because I want those people to come in and to get the benefit of the club, of the Toastmaster itself. There is no use of the Toastmaster if you do not practice the sessions. This is very important. I mean, everyone over here is working voluntarily. Yeah, I'm not, I will just say it openly, I'll say it. We are here working voluntarily. Yeah, everybody sparing some of his own personal time to be here and to volunteer and enhancing some others' life. Now, if we do not have those people, some of them which were with us, and they want to continue with us, no problem. We'll try to still continue to work with them, try to see what are their problems and try to solve them, because this is very important, the membership. And if not, then we will target new. I'm sure. You see, what I have seen outside is a massive benefits for everyone. When I contacted the district level and the division level, and the TM Khalid, he's with us tonight over here, and he knows the benefit for Toastmaster, especially for the youngers, for the youth, and even for the mid-ages. It's adding lots of value. I said it at the beginning of my opening today, and I'm saying it again, and I'll continue saying it, and I will publish it in my own private social media. It is something that you're doing something which is beneficial for others. When you do it for others, so it's part of giving. It's a part of doing something positive. It's a legacy for you and for others. I do not know if Our members, they do not want to move on with this, but we will not give up on this one. BITP is a professional club, and we have done a great job for the last 2 years. And we are intending to continue doing the same great job with more members, with more achievements, and with more things to come forward with it. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shakib. Please try contact with Viqaruddin and Toastmaster Tawfiq. Try to get us some responses. And this is, by the way, word of the day response from our current members. Plus, we're getting some response from others as well. Now, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, Vice President Education. He's doing a great job. I can see, everybody can see that. And he's doing lots of programs and scenarios that is helping us as BITP to flourish outside. Plus, that it's helping him to get forward in his career. This is a model for everyone to see and watch. Toastmaster Viqaruddin, please, your report.
Thank you, Mr. President, for my brief introduction and appreciation. I really honor from you, and you are the role model for me, as I see you first time as a Vice President Public Relations, and now you are President. Under your leadership, we are achieving a lot as BITP. Year by year, when it is growing, it is more recognizing from the charter president, our DTM Khalajala CGT, then Toastmaster Santosh Ibrahim. Now under your leadership, most of the program is happening and we are growing. Most important thing, what I need to focus for our members to sign up with the roles, which is easy speak, and it's very easy. As I repeating, I'm writing the messages in the WhatsApp. So try to make yourself to use easy speak and easy to assign. And I really appreciate, and I am so excited. Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, he planned his speeches from another 2-3 months, and he's making his path how to complete his next speeches. I do really appreciate. He is the role model for how to plan your speeches from your pathways. So I am also following him, and I'm also doing the same way. And apart from this one, I'm trying to educate our members. Most of them, I want to make that video to be in 7 minutes. Thank you, Mr. President. You are giving an opportunity. Apart from this one, what I need all members to come forward and take all roles. And with that, I will give you more report by next meeting. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Professor Viqaruddin. Again, thank you very much for all your efforts. And please try to contact the members to start their pathways. Try to tell them, try to set the plan with them. Try to, you do it. You just set the plan for them. How do they start it? In which meetings? Pick up the names, put the plan, put the project, put the level for them, give it to them and tell them, is it okay for you to start on this meeting? You can do it even as a speaker-thon. I mean, we can do it 4, 5, 6 speakers to do on the same day. So do it this way. A list of the speakers, distribute their names on various weeks as per the our bi-weekly meeting, and tell them that is it okay for you, then so people that will confirm, continue with them. All right. This is a good way for you to plan your education strategy. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. And with that, I think we are done. For me as the president, I don't have much to say. I'm depending on the team to move on with our strategies and to deliver what we are doing in the BITP. As I said, we have a plan for the speechcraft. Whoever the guest over here, we will be launching very soon the flyers for that, knowing that the speechcraft is a program that BITP intending to sponsor. So hopefully it will be known for everyone. Also, we have some plans for the club itself, plus the area, which I will not say it now, but once it's ready with me, the plans, I will discuss it with the division director. And once it's okay, then I will announce it in the club as well over here. I have 2 of our members over here, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, he is the Assistant Area Director, Program Quality, and Toastmaster Tawfiq also, he's Assistant Director, club growth with me in the area level. We are hoping to do some good things over there, standardizing things. It will be not only for us, it will be for other clubs as well, inshallah. So I think this is the way that we are planning to do things. There's lots of things to be done, by the way. And it's good for you to catch up with us. Such plans will give lots of added value to everyone, inshallah. Thank you very much. And with that, I will close the business session and go back to the Master of Ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President, for that vital information, and BITP is there to support you. Now, the important section of our meeting. We had a lot of responses. We had a lot of speeches. We had the audience mesmerized. But to give the feedback, it's very important. And hence, I call upon DTM Abhijit to please join me in getting over the team. DTM Abhijit.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for passing on the virtual platform back again to me to take the session ahead for the general evaluation. I would be taking in the general evaluation segment with the support of my speech evaluators and the role players. First call upon, I would like to call Toastmaster Gangadhar, who was evaluating Toastmaster Shakil's speech. Toastmaster Gangadhar, the virtual platform is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, Toastmaster and distinguished guests. A very good evening to you all. I am in a big problem. Giving this evaluation to the speaker, Shakil Saeed. It was such a great speech. I'm in a problem giving a feedback evaluation to him. I'm so excited seeing the way he delivered the speech. I am also giving a kind of standing ovation. I want to deliver my evaluation by standing with all the respect the way he delivered. He started with a beautiful problem and your beautiful use of language, attracting audience, saying, when he said, I'm going to explain and explore the mystery behind the problem. What is problem? So such a beautiful use of language, the words which we use it in rhyming. The most important thing when it comes to stories, he started with a beautiful story from his college days, how he looked at his friends and buddies, how do they handle the problem. While doing that, telling such a stories, we expect some enacting on the stage, like as if you are talking to someone. The way he started, turning on the side, buddy, how do you handle your problem? I can feel that his friend is standing in front. He's talking to someone. So that is more important when you enact on the stage, put the characters in a specific space. That he has done in an excellent way, using the stage as a character. And problem to challenges. Then he jump into the answer, what we are looking for, how to convert problem to challenges. So this is one important message. Really, today when I finished my office in the evening, it ended with a problem. I was thinking how to solve this problem. Immediately I'm able to connect. No, this is not a problem. This is a challenge. This is how we connect to audience. Awareness is very important. And the most important thing, I categorize the 7 attributes of speech into 3 sets. The most important thing is comfort, clarity, and interest. I can see all these 3 in the speaker. He is very comfortable. He has a clarity about the subject, and he has interest as well. So these 3 really reflecting in his speech. Then comes to the gestures, the eye contact. He is very comfortable in doing that. That you can see, particularly his standing position is, I can see a 360 degrees view because there is a mirror behind. I can see his whole view of it. It's a very beautiful venue he set up for himself. Now, the most important thing in any speech is, out of all these things, more stories, I want to give a small recommendations to take this speech to next level. A personal story is very important. You can always have multiple stories in a speech. So you could have one personal story or a personal problem, the way you dealt and converted into a challenge. It could be a practical approach of telling your story. And the most important thing is timing. I think, if I'm not wrong, the speech is stopped when the green background is there. That means you utilized 5 minutes of your time. Still, you have very good amount of 2 minutes. So utilizing the time is very critical. The only way to achieve that is practice. Practice your speech and test your time, that you could utilize that full timing allotted 7 minutes in a stages, 3 stages, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and 7 minutes. That is very important. Practice and utilize your time. Overall, excellent speech. You have a great comfort in delivering speeches, and you have a subject interest. Everything was there, stage attention, everything. All you have to do is practice, get your timing correct, and bring little vocal variety in your speech. With that, I'm eagerly waiting to listen to your next speech. Wish you all the best, and you can move on to your next project with this feedback. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gangadhar, for your evaluation. Next up, we have our second evaluator, Toastmaster Ahmed, who would be evaluating Toastmaster Anisha's speech. Toastmaster Ahmed.
Okay, I was muted actually. Unmute myself, yes, unmute myself. Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Today I will be evaluating, of course, Toastmaster Anis, and his title was Get Out of Your Comfort Zone. Yes, lots of people that are sitting in that comfort zone, they do not know that this comfort zone, after several years, it will be a curse on them. Yes, we need to get out of this comfort zone. I absolutely agree with Toastmaster Anis of what he said. The entry was perfect. I like the way that he entered the speech. And it was like he was almost at the comfort zone when he was delivering his speech. And it's like a real life example to be there and how much this will give you benefit in your life. And if we hear the serial of the reasons why you have to get out of this comfort zone, of which some of which are like you need to take risk. Of course, it's not only, if you think of it everywhere in your life, and at your career, social life, family, you need to take risk. If you don't take risk, then you cannot move one step forward. Or even if you move that step forward, sometimes you can do it, sometimes you cannot do it. That's why taking risk is part of your success. And you are absolutely right. I always say that if what makes you fail your plan is that because you are planning to fail. Yeah. And you said that when you said you will be watching people sitting at the back seat watching people passing you. That's true. This is very true. I write those articles as well. So get rid of the routine work as well. See, this is another message that you send. You are sending beautiful messages to others, telling them how to get out from this comfort zone to a better place where you can make more success for yourself. And take first step, take accountability, be positive. All these things, these are good things for human being. It's not only for Toastmasters or for career or everywhere. Good points to move from that area to this area. That comfort zone that will make you lazy. And this is great. There's always some place. Whatever we are good in anything that we deliver, always there are some time or some place that we can enhance ourselves. So you didn't set up your equipment properly. I couldn't hear you sometimes. The audio and video was not clear. I always prefer for the speaker to switch off the background, the virtual background. It's better because because it will confuse me. It will annoy. It's like annoying when you see things are not properly in front of me. So what the focus will not be as it should be. I didn't check the timing how much it took, but I think that you didn't utilize your full time on this one. So you need to utilize the time. I got the idea, but you need to organize also your speech. So the best thing to do that, do practicing, rehearsal. The rehearsal will teach you how to organize your time and how you organize your speech. Apart of that, you have done a great job. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. Thank you for sharing that experience with us. Back to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed, for your evaluation of Toastmaster Anisha's speech. Next, we'll like to move on to the timer report for the speech evaluators. The timers, Viqaruddin, can you please share the timing report taken by both the evaluators?
Yeah, hello, good evening once again. The first evaluator, Toastmaster Gangadhar, he has taken 4 minutes and 20 seconds to evaluate the first speaker. The second evaluator, President Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Baluchi, has taken 3 minutes and 29 seconds to evaluate the second speech. That's it for today. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. Next up, we have our counter for this evening, Toastmaster Faiza. Toastmaster Faiza, can you please present your report?
Yes, sure. Okay, to start with our TMOD, I could just find one R during his speech, that too with very difficulty. Keep it up, TMOD. Then our general evaluator, one and one R. Timer, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, 3 R's. Our grammarian, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, 9 R's. Then our first speaker, that is Toastmaster Shakil, 15 R's. And I could find 2 crutch, like repeated words, challenges and problems. It were these 2 words were repeated a number of times. You could just work on it. Then the second speaker, Anis ul Rahman, 1 R. Table topic master, Mohammed Munir, was flawless without any R's. Keep it up. Then our table topic speakers, Toastmaster Galal Zaki, 2 R's. Khalid Jalal, no R's, but 2 pauses. Then our third table topic speaker, Toastmaster Mahmood, 6 R's. Thrice he used the word is and are and. Then our our next table topic speaker, that was me, Toastmaster Faiza. She used 3 R's. I made a note of that also. Our president, Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Baluchi. Can I say? Yes. I hope I won't be kicked out of the meeting. Okay. Okay. 18 R's, 6 ands, repeated words. So we could just, you could make a note of it. Then coming up to our evaluators, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, 4 R's, 3 times and. Our next evaluator, again, it was president, so that was counted all together. Over to you, our general evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faiza, for that very well presentable counter report. I'm pretty sure that our President Toastmaster Ahmed is very generous, and he wouldn't be kicking you out of the meeting unless he ends the meeting and you get kicked out all by yourself. Moving on to the grammarian, we have Toastmaster Viqaruddin to take the virtual dais and present his report, grammarian report.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. My report. Okay, my report, I make precise. I did my grammarian as a emergency. I was not that one, but I prepared something, it was there. And most of the word of the day used by TMOD 2 times, Toastmaster Tawfiq and Toastmaster Faiza used 2 times, and General Evaluator used 1 time. Toastmaster Jalal used 2 times, and Toastmaster Anis also used 2 times. Word of the day, appreciated. I encourage everyone to use responsive. I also used 3-4 times, but I have not mentioned my name, so I am the winner for that. Now, improper grammatical usage, what I found from Toastmaster Shakil, this is one example. So suggestion is taken an example. No problem with the problem. You have to classify as words are repeating problem with the problem. Life takes challenges. The correct one is life takes challenges. Mission, move out from your comfort zone. I think this one used by Toastmaster Anis. It should be mission, move out of your comfort zone. And ETM Khalid use pass exam without any failure. It should be pass an exam without any failure. And some of the words I have used as a good words. Art of photography used by Toastmaster Tawfiq. Struggling, calm, opportunity, secret, coolness. I am increasing my vocabulary. Challenges help us to grow. My stories, improvement. And Toastmaster Riyaz, he used deal with problems. But problem, he used too many times the problem. I was counting. I think I up to count 10, maybe it's more. So he's a champion, he's mentioned. And Anusar Rahman, he used very quote from John Maxwell. Growth doesn't come from staying in your comfort zone. You can't improve and avoid change at the same time. This is the good word of using by Toastmaster Anis. And he used lots of words: unique, response, solid plan, accountability, responsible, golden journey, miles, positive, expand, pandemic, positives. So these are the words I have noticed. Toastmaster Munir used purpose of this meeting, change can our life as a result. Great, lucky in the world used by Toastmaster Galal, and DTM Khalid used we were children dreaming a visualization, dream and success, like parent, dreaming, memories, lots of good word he used by DTM Khalid. And Toastmaster Mahmood, he used present and future. Faiza used around the world. Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, good luck for future speeches. And Toastmaster Ahmed used positive better. That's it from my side. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Let's have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Vikar, who presented a very detailed grammarian report. Now it's time that I present my overall report of General Evaluator, and I'll reiterate to the fact of what Toastmaster Faiza did mention, because she did highlight something about our club president, and she mentioned that if she goes on to say how many number of hours and he had used, she probably may be kicked out. But it's a time of the General Evaluator. I might not be kicked out by one person, but probably everybody we will be passing on, because if I present the report, there will be a lot of people who will be passing me, and then probably I don't know where would I land up. But then my overall purpose is to give a kind of positive feedback as well as include constructive recommendations, which will help the club even grow better as the passing days goes by. To start off with, we did have the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Mahmood, start with. and he did mention the basic ground rules and the hygiene protocols that we always follow for online meetings. But somewhere what I could figure out that the mission statement of a club probably have got missed out. Toastmaster Memo, if you can just mention, if I would have not heard it right, but I think the club mission statement was missed out by you to be read out in the club meeting. And also, this was the 55th meeting, and you did mention somewhere the second meeting. I'm not very sure about that as well. You may also like to help me out with making sure that I heard it right, that you somewhere mentioned second and not the 55th. And if you have mentioned 55th, well, good enough. But apart from that, very well way of passing the virtual dais from your role to the club president or the presiding officer, Toastmaster Ahmed. Now, Toastmaster Ahmed, beautiful way of starting off the meeting with your role as the club president. And of course, taking a round of introductions from each and every one, be the guest and other role players from other clubs. And the way you articulated your entire role of the presiding officer, that was very well structured. One recommendation, sir, the meeting number is something that I was expecting as a presiding officer for you to remember it. And going further, because I have been in that phase of when being a president last time and now I'm the IPP, it has been a practice that as an IP, as a president, we always should know which meeting we are in. That is a strong area where you can like to look upon. Apart from that, a fantastic role bearer and a great leader from that perspective. Moving on, when you passed on the baton to Toastmaster Tafiq as a team mode, I think Tafiq, you're absolutely fantastic in terms of your role of the team mode. If you may help me, I'm not very sure whether there was any theme which was clearly defined for this particular meeting, because I couldn't really understand what exactly this meeting was all about. Because as a Toastmaster of the day, one should have at least a theme to talk about to start off with the meeting, and then with that, go with the flow. Normal flow is always a normal practice, but a Toastmaster of the day can obviously choose a theme where he speaks for that on particular that theme, connects with the audience for a few minutes, and then goes on to the main segment of the meeting, which is the prepared speeches, table topics, and the evaluation. Apart from that, there are a few others. I think great role play. Of course, as Toastmaster Faiza did mention, you had one R, and that was when you were introducing the R counter. So I did not find, from my perspective, not find any R's, but when you said R is going to be the purpose, that was very well presented from your perspective. I don't know, this is not about you as an individual, but the club. But as a best practice, it is always better to call the general evaluator first, and the general evaluator calls upon the timer, R counter, and the grammarian, because these three roles normally directly report to the general evaluation segment as later during the. So if all the members or all the fraternity, all the club members are aware that the general evaluator is the one who is going to be evaluating the entire course of the meeting, that will be the best practice, because then the general evaluator says, okay, as part of the meeting, I have role players like the speech evaluators and other auxiliary role players, which is the timer, R counter, and the grammarian. And then he introduces it and passes on the virtual dais back to the Toastmaster of the day. So this is the role that you played probably in your club meeting or the club as the VP Education Toastmaster Viqaruddin. You may please keep note of that same, that general evaluator can be called upon before the other auxiliary role players. In terms of the timer, R counter, and the grammarian role players, timer, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, you played a role which was very well presented. Do not show me the red card because I get scared. But then having said that, what you really demonstrated well was very well, you took time, but you explained your role. But most importantly is that you could have showed the three colors, right? What you're showing right now for me. You could have showed that this is going to be the green, this is going to be the yellow, and this is going to be the red. That is a place where you can say that people can correlate. Yes, this is not just, he's not the timer, but he's going to show the green, yellow, and the red in this format. People can go. Otherwise, entire way the role was played very well. R counter, Toastmaster Faiza, very smooth transition, detailed report of the R's, everything, and you were flawless. Apart from that, grammarian, Toastmaster Viqar, you also did a fantastic job in terms of your role. What you should, but I think you can keep the second part half of the users a little shorter, because time for the grammarian is about 2 to 3 minutes. So you can keep note of the same. Speaker 1 and Speaker 2, Toastmaster Shakil and Anis, I will not touch upon because your respective evaluators have given more than the required evaluation, which is above 3 minutes. Toastmaster Gangadhar as an evaluator you followed the CRC method. Toastmaster Ahmed Baluchi, you also followed the CRC method. Very well pointed out the crux of the commendation and the recommendations. But from my side, the recommendation to both of you is to manage the time, because the best practice of a typical speech evaluation is you give commendations, but you move on to the recommendations the moment you hit the green card and not the yellow to red. That is a very dangerous position when you move into the transition, because you do not have ample time to conclude your entire evaluation. So I would, from that perspective, Toastmaster Gangadhar and Toastmaster Baluchi, if you are doing a speech evaluation next time, please be mindful that you move on to the recommendations the moment you hit the green card. Otherwise, you will not be able to do justice enough to the CRC approach, which is a commendation, recommendation, and then finally to conclude. Toastmaster Gangadhar, one strong area which I would really like to share, and you can take a key note of that, when you touch upon a very sensitive aspect, which is time management, and when you give this message to our speaker, Toastmaster Shakil, a leader or a guide, or you can say a great inspirer should always lead by examples. When you talk about time management to any speaker, that you should have maintained that, I was expecting that you should also be in that time frame, that you complete your speech within that time frame. But that is something that went haywire, and it crossed even 4 minutes for your evaluation. So keep note of that for contests going further. You can do better. But overall, both the speech evaluators were perfect. Table topics participants, Toastmaster Galal Zaki, Khalid Zalal, Mahmood, and Feza, all were good. I'm not really going to touch upon the table topics evaluation. Table topic master, Toastmaster Munir, great topic. You were anyways flawless. And the best thing that I liked about you is the attire. You are the only one who was wearing, I don't know, it's summertime, it's still summertime right there in Kuwait or Saudi or Bahrain, wherever you are, but you're still wearing a coat with a tie, and that too with your age. I totally respect that fact. That I was like kind of worrying that I'm going to hit bed very soon, but then you maintained the decorum. You were truly professional, did a fantastic job. One area where I can recommend you is try to keep the topics a little short. The table topics were way too big, way too elongated. Many times what happens is when people get big topics, they tend to forget in the middle. So try to keep the topic short so that it is easier for the participants to kind of correlate, as when they hit upon 1 minute or 1 minute 30 seconds, they can still remember. Otherwise, if they forget, they're lost. So otherwise, great job done. Business session by Toastmaster Ahmed, well presented. This is the key. This is a message that you are setting an example to the entire club. And this is a trend that not just you, but everyone should follow. Every club should follow. A great trend setter, Toastmaster Ahmed, to have the business session every meeting, and try to have the follow-ups with each and every executive committee to understand what exactly they are doing. Great way of following up. Education session by Toastmaster Viqar, meeting roles. Every single meeting that you're conducting, you're having a short session of 10 minutes, educating each and every member. I think that is a fantastic job that you're doing. Overall, I think I was in a meeting which really had a lot of good quality, lot of lessons learned from my side as well. One area strong area of improvement, if you want to see Bahrain IT Professionals, one of the premier clubs, which anyways it is, but if you want to see it, one of the premier clubs out of District 20, do a little bit of more of public relations, PR, send out the posters. Let members from other clubs out of District 20, which is either from Kuwait or Bahrain, join in. They should understand what this quality has, what this club has. The club has immense potential to outshine and do best. So a little work on the PR activities, I think that would be fantastic. Apart from that, my role as a general evaluator comes to a halt now, and everybody can start thinking of how you want to kick me out. So it's up to you, and I leave the floor open. Timer anyways has directly shot me, has not even kicked me. But over to you, President Ahmed Baluchi. Sorry, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Tafiq.
Thank you, General Evaluator DDM Abhijit. It's a pleasure having you here with us and have that valuable feedback. You were there earlier as well as an evaluator, and this time again to have you back is amazing. And thank you for the kind words of motivation. We will take not as a complaint and will not kick you out, because that's the way we can improve ourselves. So we love that, and we would love to have that feedback. And thank you once again for in the VRs and keeping your eyes, ears, and even the smile crazy for us. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now I would like to call upon our president, the charming president. President, if you can join me with, I hope the vote counter has already given you the button.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. I think we are at the closing. So I'll just take over from here. Yes, of course, as we say always, that there is no winners, no losers. Everyone is a winner, everyone is a loser. It's just a matter that, what you call it, the protocol, that you have to announce someone who win a role or a contest or whatever. So today we have some role players, like best topic, best table topic speaker, and best speaker, best evaluator, best assignee or role player. So we'll just announce them for today, which is for the best table topic speaker. It's nobody but our dear guest, Toastmaster Jalal Zaki. Thank you very much. It was a great participation from you at the table topic.
I received your email. I will send you the certificate.
Yeah, please. We have certificate. It will be sent to you as participant over here. Also, the best speaker over here. I'll leave the best speaker until the end. Actually, we have the best assignee. Although I supposed to kick her out as she said, but we will not do that, of course, because she has done a great job. Toastmaster Faiza. She has done a great job as a best assignee, and she has reported to the point, wherever things, the mistakes and the places that we need to enhance ourselves. I really appreciate her comments for me, and I will try my best to prepare and change the way that I am delivering the messages. Maybe because I'm talking too much, that's why I'm saying so many ahs and ums and all these things. But inshallah, during the speech, it will be totally different. So congratulations, Toastmaster Faiza, for your winning of this role. We have the best speaker, the best role player. The best role player is our dear friend, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao. I cannot beat him, actually. I know that this is his passion. The evaluation is Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao's passion. He always loves to evaluate, and he always do great things in that one, actually. Thank you very much, and congratulations for this. And we have, last but not least, is our speaker who won the speech for today, is Toastmaster Anis. I congratulate him. It was a great speech. Also, Toastmaster Shakil, he delivered a great speech as well. Both speeches were great. I encourage you to continue on this path. Do not stop. Continue, plan for the next speech. And while you are planning and performing your speeches, you will see yourself that there is there is a big difference between the time that you started the speeches and later on after 5 and 6 speeches. You will see how it has been improved. Not only from the way that you talk, it's only the style, the strategy that you will follow, how to speak, to perform your speech. And I'm sure that you will excel in this one. Thank you very much for both of you, and I hope to see the next speech for both of you again, inshallah. We'll do a speaker-thon, inshallah. Thank you very much. And with that, but before I adjourn, I would like to take this moment and ask our guests about their opinion before we adjourn the meeting, but 1 minute for each guest. And again, this time I'll start with ladies. Toastmaster Faiza. You have 1 minute. Please tell us your opinion about today's meeting.
Thank you so much, President Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Baluchi. It was a really very, mesmerizing meeting, I should say. Especially, I was impressed with the last segment, the club business. This is something was very new to me, and it was so I could see that you made each of your ExCom members accountable for their roles. This is something I'm taking back with me to my club. Inshallah, I will also, try to implement this in my meetings also. So thank you so much, President, and all the members of Bahrain IT Toastmasters Club. It was a wonderful experience being a part of it. No wonder I was feeling a little bit awkward being the only lady, but you all made it sure that I felt comfortable, and thank you so much. Really, it was a wonderful experience.
Thank you, Toastmaster Faiza. You have done a great job actually, but don't worry, you're not the only lady. Inshallah, if you decided to join us for the next meeting, you will see. Today it was lots of our members, they had some circumstances they couldn't join with us, but inshallah from next meeting after 2 weeks, we'll see lots of ladies. You will see lots of ladies over here with us, inshallah. Now with Toastmaster Jalal Zaki.
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I really enjoyed it. I just had a point regarding our counter, Faiza. She said that she made 2 hours. They were at least 6. We feel, she said 6 times. We have is something. We hear from them. And then during her explanation of the counter, she kept saying ah. So excuse my French. Thank you very much.
That's great. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Jalal. Okay, Toastmaster Munir, our dear guest.
Yes.
You are not a guest actually. You are not a guest. You are a member of us actually.
Thank you, President, fellow Toastmasters. Once again, good evening. Yes, it is my pleasure, and I'm honored to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I really enjoyed, and I have only one question. Now, we give timing, and is there any time disqualification that you record?
Yeah, actually, there's supposed to be time disqualifications, but I think as per the timer, did you see any disqualification so you can mention it during the speeches?
Normally, yeah, in the timer report, when the general evaluator requests the timer to mention each role player's time duration, and also the final should be happy to announce there are no disqualification. You know that, because we are always maintaining the timing. So there is one disqualification which the first evaluator has gone beyond 4 minutes, which has to be mentioned. It is no, this is what we practice. So that is what I just wanted to check with you all. So excellent counter report. Even she has counted her hours. So this is very well done, Faiza and Master Faiza. Yes, and we are honored to invite you and Toastmaster Galal to witness our meeting as well, Sri Lanka Club Symposium. And it is a tradition, and you will see more changes. Like our president said, it is, yes, we are together. So definitely you will enjoy, and please, not this Tuesday, following Tuesday, we can share you the link. Please join us, and you will see how we are, and we can learn from you. Thank you very much. Thanks for the invitation, President. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Munir. I assure you, yes, you need to join Toastmaster Munir in HSLC's club, the Sri Lankan Symposium Toastmaster Club, and you will enjoy it. They have talents over there, and they have speakers, professionals, and you will like their atmosphere. Actually, I love that whenever I join them. Okay, we have Toastmaster, our timer. Where is he? Our timer, Malora. Malora, please. I need your opinion in 1 minute. You are the timer, huh?
Thank you, President. Thank you once again. It was wonderful evening, a lot of learning experience, especially from you, President. From the beginning till end, you have really taken a hold of the meeting in your hand and you have commanded the meeting very well. It was wonderful to see that the President taking such a lead role, and I was very well impressed with the Toastmaster of the day, Mr. Tawfiq. He has really taken the meeting all the way from the beginning till end, and it was really wonderful to see how he managed. And he was flawless for me. He was really flawless. A lot of speakers, especially from your team, from your club, full pack of confidence. I see that the speaker has spoken very well. Unfortunately, the time of the speaker was not asked from me. The report for the speakers and the table topic speakers, the timings has not been asked for me. As mentioned, one of the guests, that some of them who has actually exceeded the time, or those who have exceeded the maximum qualifying time, or those who have qualified for the minimum qualifying time, that report has not been asked. Generally, during our meetings in Kuwait, this is actually done before we go for polls. So before, once the poll is taken for the best speaker or the best table topic master, the timing has been taken into consideration. So that's one part I would. Being a new member, I have no one to actually recommend anything, but
great job, my friend.
No worries, no worries. It is everybody is learning. Everybody is learning. What you said is correct. The general evaluator used to ask, is there any disqualification? So you will be coming out with saying there are no qualification. That is, you will happily announce. This is what we practice. And if there is a disqualification, we will not say the name. We will say there is one disqualification. We don't mention the name. And rightly you said, before the voting starts, so that person's name will not appear on the voting list.
Yes, yeah.
This is what we practice.
So that happens in our
absolutely
meeting.
right.
We take, yes, the timing report has been taken before the poll starts.
Yeah,
so, it was great. You have done a great job. Everyone over here has done a great job. And as we say, as what Munir said, everyone is learning over here. We are here to learn. I mean, every meeting will be different than the other one. Maybe you will see a perfect meeting, and the next meeting you will see lots of gaps. And this is normal, because the role players they are changing. Because sometimes you get some role players are very professionals. Sometimes you don't get that much professional. Sometimes there are people who are learning. Sometimes myself, I'm still learning. I'm still at 20–30% of my learning career. See, it's the life is learning. I learned this from the hard way. You have to learn. The time, as far you breathe, you have to learn. Knowledge is there. Go out
President,
there.
I will take one thing from you.
Yeah.
Take one thing from you, President. You have mentioned that really touched my heart. If you fall forward.
Forward.
So you fall forward. So
forward.
Even if you fall, you will move forward.
Yes.
That's really the best thing.
This is a movie by Denzel Washington. Sorry, a speech. Go to the YouTube. It's a nice speech by the actor Denzel Washington. He said it in front of the students in the university. This sentence grasped my mind, grasped my thought. Is how people they can fall forward. Yes, he's right. The people fall forward because when they rise up, they will continue. If you fall backward, then you have gone one step back because you want to correct the current situation. It's done. It's gone. Let it go. It's a best practice for you. Now move on. Once we get this experience again, you know it from the best practice. You will learn how to do it again. Thank you very much, Tosma. Thank you very much. It was great. We have our general evaluator. Although he said everything, he spoke and he gave his brief and everything, but we want him in 1 minute to conclude so we can adjourn. Toastmaster Abi, which is Roy? Maybe he left. Abi. Okay. So we are okay. You have 1 minute. We want to adjourn.
No, I probably thought that I had taken the maximum stage time to share my feedback and overall recommendations. I probably need no time to give my final comments. But this is again the recurring meeting that I'm attending in your club. And now it's more of become a habit to come and attend your club meetings. Although whether I sleep, I don't sleep, doesn't really matter. But when I come to your club meetings, it's always a great opportunity for me to be at the best and give my recommendations and areas where we can all collectively as a team that we can do better. And that's exactly what everybody rightly said, that we are here at this platform to learn and get the best out of each one of us. So if be it Toastmaster Munir or Faiza or our President Ahmed or Fakhruddin or anybody per se, everyone has learned the hard way. Everybody has taken a step ahead and learned something. If I have missed out something, I will learn it from you. If you have missed out something, you will learn it from us. So that's how the entire process goes. And we get to learn a lot of things from our peers and colleagues and our Toastmaster friends. So that's how Toastmasters is all about. Let's all be in one common arena where we can have this common, overall say, environment to learn and grow. And let's keep growing and let's keep rocking. Over to you, President.
Thank you very much. With that, I would like to adjourn, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody, for being with us.